Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. I'm setting up the YouTube piece. Give me just a second. There it is. How are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I know we have a meeting coming up. I think it's Friday, right?
This coming the
I think it
20.
is with Joseph and your site supervisor, who I did reach out to an email to set up the on-site visit, and Chelsea sent me some dates. I just need to go over those dates and figure out which is the best for me to get there. So hopefully the site visit will be occurring very soon.
It's gonna be next week, the 27th.
The meeting is the 27th.
Yes, I have the at 1 o'clock.
Is that a Friday?
I think so.
Wow. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we may have had a site visit before then, but we'll see. I thought it
No,
was this Friday, but it's not until the
I,
27th.
I
Okay.
just get the text message yesterday
From Joseph.
from Joseph.
Okay. Well,
You
you're
know,
a little ahead. You're ahead of me. I haven't received the text message from him yet.
it's
Uh,
because I didn't respond the
oh
email.
wait, I did. I
I sent
just.
a message to
You're
respond.
right. You're right. I do see it. It is the 27th at 1 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Too many things.
So,
Ah,
what is on our agenda for today?
okay. I want to know exactly what you wanted because I'm totally lost in this one.
Okay.
In payroll tracking document. Uh, if you can explain me how can I do that because I'm kind of lost in that.
Okay. Which document is that? I didn't hear you.
The outcome indicator tracking document.
Okay. Do
You
you have it in
request?
front of you or on your
Yes,
computer?
I have it in front of me.
You want to share the screen and show it to me? If not, I can pull up one that you
I
sent
I
me.
have I just have the example the bin
Okay.
and
Because you haven't submitted one yet, have you?
no, I didn't. That's why I want to talk to you last meeting, but the time was so fast. I don't have time to ask you, so I have to
No.
wait until today.
Okay. Okay. So,
So let me see. I think I can have because I have to translate from English to Spanish to have
okay.
better understand. So let me
Yeah.
put example. I have it.
All right. That'll be great.
The example that you put on the website. So let me share with you.
And remind me, you are level 2B.
B
Okay. So I'm pulling
two
up
A
level
two
2B,
A.
2A. Okay. I'm just pulling up the
Yeah,
competency.
because this is my third unit. So it's gonna be 2A.
Got it. Gonna make this screen larger. Good.
You want me to do more bigger?
Make it a little bit bigger for me, please. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
this is the
That's good
example.
now.
So I just want to know how can I do the narratives or what you expect me to or how you
Okay.
expect me to do it. because this, I know, just how am I uh, process or progress.
Okay. So the first thing you want to do is identify the category between A, B, C,
Or D.
D, and E in
Yep.
that first column. So you pick your category. So let's say you're going to work on category A, spiritual formation and integration.
Okay.
Then in the next column, indicators, you want to look at level 2A indicators. This example is level 1A. So if you go to your outcomes and indicators for level 2, and let's look at level 2A1, for example, or let's look at outcome indicator number 2. Outcome indicator number 2. And it's
Okay, I have it. Outcome indicator number 1.
is
Speak.
narrative history. The indicator
Yeah,
2A1
yeah,
is
narrative history.
use knowledge of behavioral sciences to understand how one's narrative history informs one's values and beliefs about spiritual care. That's the indicator.
Okay. So let's work on an example. How
Sure.
can I do the like the family dynamic that we going through in the class with the movie?
How can you do family dynamics?
Yes. How can I use that as an example in one of the outcomes category?
Okay, so let me see. So if we just take this category A
Uh-huh.
and you use family systems theory, use it to help you understand how your narrative history informs your values and your beliefs about spiritual care. So, in family systems theory, how does it help you understand your family dynamics and the values and beliefs that you have regarding spiritual care as a result of your
Okay.
family dynamics?
As a result of my family dynamics.
If you
Okay.
decide to use family systems for that one.
All right. Okay. The way with the triangle, say that, right? Triangle,
Triangulation.
the
Hmm.
triangulation
Yes.
dynamic in the family.
Yes.
I'm going to type in Spanish.
Okay.
That one is going to be my narrative, right? And
That one's going to be your
awareness of growing age.
so awareness of your growing edges would be something like in my something you observe about your family that family systems theory informs you. So let's say I observe that the family dynamic that I'm a part of has a lot of triangulation in communication. And so I'm aware that I can fall into that family pattern that I grew up with of triangulation. So that's a growing edge for me to not do that as a spiritual care provider. The evidence of my progress will be I may have an example of a spiritual care encounter where I started out in the creating triangulation. I caught it and I changed my behavior, and instead I created a healthier dynamic with my interaction with
Okay,
the
okay, okay.
patient
You go
and
too
their.
fast. So, and the awareness, I have to write down the awareness and the growing age.
That's
It's
right.
two
So
different aspects.
the
Okay.
awareness of your growing edge, it's the same thing.
Okay.
What's
All right. Okay. All right. I am aware of the dynamic triangulation and the family system, right?
if that yeah, that's just an
Yeah.
example I made up.
All right. Okay. All right. So, in evidence of progress, I can say, I will discuss with the uh, group reflection, movie discussion, and IS reflection with my.
Yes.
There's evidence of progress. Am I right?
Yes. So you would give a specific example from one of your care visits.
Okay. All right. All right.
That could be, and you could discuss it in with your peers and take that feedback information and do
Yes, because
something.
I'm gonna have exactly this once a week, or with my preceptor to
Okay.
discuss all the the points I need to be helped, or do I need to be aware in the class. And
Correct. Okay.
she's gonna help me with that.
Okay.
I already have the appointments every Friday with her,
Okay.
so that can be the evidence of the progress, right? That could
Yes.
be, yeah. All
Yes,
right.
but it would need to be specific. It can't be general. So every evidence of progress can't be the same thing. So you're meeting with your preceptor to specifically explore a specific example using,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. All right. I got it. So the same thing with the group or the IPR or the verbatims groups reflection. Uh, I just know about this specific topic in the verbatims with my group reflection, something like that. But I have to be a specific in which point I get the discussion, or I yeah, I get the discussion about that. Am I
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. All right. I have the idea.
Okay. Did you use this form for your previous unit?
No,
Wow.
no,
Okay.
no. I never. It's the first time I'm gonna do this because not even in the first, on the second one, we never do that. We use
Okay.
the verbatims and the weekly reflections. That's all.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware that Juan didn't use this. Okay.
No, Juan didn't use, so not even myself or Victor, who was in the same class doing this.
It'll be very helpful for you when you get, as you're tracking your progress and when you get to do your final evaluation, because it's going to be this same information that you're able to draw from to
Okay.
demonstrate your competencies, to demonstrate you've covered every outcome, every indicator. So it's a very helpful document, especially for such a short unit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I have to have this week off
Okay.
because I have a lot of issues. I'm behind the homework, and I don't like it. I have to be everything on time. I try to do my best. So my wife gets sick. That's why I have to. I took my wife yesterday to emergency.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
So
that.
I have to request a week off.
How is
To
she doing?
She's doing okay right now.
Okay.
She needs to rest. She need a just most of the rest. and they give it to her medicine.
Okay.
So we have the appointment in 2 weeks with her doctor.
Okay.
So, but I have to be here. So I requested, so I'm gonna put myself on an update with the homework, with everything I have to do it.
Okay.
That's why. So this week, with these things happen around my life, it's gonna be kind of hard, and I have to be aware of my self-care also.
Yes.
And also, I have a question because you asked for two examples every week also about that, the self-reflection, the way you ask us to send you two forms that we can be how we can take the self-care on us.
It's not a form. You
Okay,
just, yeah, you just,
write it down.
and you don't even send it to me weekly. You just somewhere make the list. So I might on June 19th, I did a guided meditation. I found it to not be helpful because I couldn't focus. That's it.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
at the end of the unit, that's
yeah.
when you share the list. You'll say, oh, these are the things I did, but only this worked. I'm going to keep doing this for my self care. That's
Oh,
it.
okay, perfect.
Very
All
brief.
right. Okay.
So
Yes.
you don't have to send that to me.
All
Now
right.
you do have your level 2 project. Have you begun to think about that?
The level two project, which is that there's something happen or to me to share tomorrow.
No, I'm just saying, have you begun thinking about your level 2 project?
No.
Okay. So that's something for you to keep in mind. You want to begin
Okay.
thinking about what your level 2 project will be.
Oh, well, okay. Explain me what kind of project you expect, or is writing down in the
It's section 5.18 in your handbook.
.8?
Yeah, 0.18. I believe it's 0.18. Let me try to go to it very quickly. See if I can find it.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it. Let's see, is it 0.18 or 0.8?
Yeah, it's 0.18.
Okay, you got it. All right. So that keep that in mind. That's something you want to start working on, figuring out what you want to do. You have time, but I just
Yes.
didn't want you to
Yeah,
forget.
thanks for letting me know because I'm totally off on
We
this.
won't do a formal consultation group. You'll have a consultation in IS with me,
Okay.
and that'll be it. But you will present your project
To
to
you.
your peers at some point.
Oh, okay. Okay. I separate. I have my binder with all the forms printed out.
Good.
Already separated in my book.
Okay.
So I'm working right now in my I start working in my verbatim for the
Okay.
next.
You're verbatim. Okay.
Yes, because I have a meeting with one of the on the security office in the hospital,
Oh, okay.
and was so interesting. So I have the time to record the meeting. But
Okay.
yeah, it's gonna be a good one to
And
run.
your weekly reflection,
Yes.
Have you sent a weekly reflection yet, or that
Yes,
you
I
have?
already send the second week and the third week,
Okay, excellent. Okay.
and my clinical hours also
I definitely saw your clinical hours, so that's great.
came together. This clinical hours and the weekly reflection came together.
Okay.
And with the weekly reflections, use I have to just to have the time to type in because I didn't visit a patients for sheep.
Okay. So I see hours a week reflection right here, and I'm able to open it up.
Yeah, I
Okay.
tried write down the week reflection, the last IS we have together, remember?
Okay.
And I try to write it down exactly, my feelings and the way I take care of myself.
Okay. Now at level 2A,
Yes.
your weekly reflection, according to the handbook, is a BDTIL. Let's see if I can find that section real quickly. Um, where is it? Where is it? So it's 5.23. 5.23 weekly reflection for levels 2A and 2B.
Two,
So it's
three?
5.23. The title is Weekly Reflection for Levels 2A and 2B.
Yes, I have it.
Okay, that's the format you should be using for your weekly reflection. So you
Okay.
don't have to go back. I'll take the two that you've already sent.
All right.
They're fine. Going forward, use this form as a
All
level
right.
2A student.
All right. I'm gonna go to step by step, write it down.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome. Those are the only two things that um, I just wanted to make sure you were aware of. Now you mentioned you need to take a week off, so that means a week off from your clinical site.
Yes.
Do you need to take this week's class session off as well
No,
tomorrow? No,
no,
you're okay to do that?
no. I need to be in the class at least. It's
Okay.
gonna be 5 hours. It's in the morning. It's a good time.
Okay.
I already spoke with my wife and my kids, and I don't want to miss this class for no reason because it's a short period, and I can do it.
Okay. All right. I was just
Uh,
checking.
the- yeah, no, thank you, for your understanding, but and I appreciate that you think about that. But no, no, I have to and I want.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because help me, to clear my mind, to be focused on something different, to used to step out of the situations, and I can be focused on things that could help me because
Oh,
being in the group is so helpful to me.
okay. All right. That's fine. I just wanted to check in. And um, yeah, I'm glad you're bringing this up. And I'm so glad we're talking about the outcome form because the example is not for your unit. So,
Yeah. Like
so
there is no example for our unit also.
no example for 2A. So
No,
you,
there is no
yeah.
example.
So I'm
That's
so
why I
glad
say
we did
this is example, and I didn't define the example because it's example for 1A and for 1B, which is the same. But for 2A and for 2B, there is no example.
So we need to correct that going forward.
Yes.
I'm so glad you brought it up. Good.
Yeah, I feel kind of lost. That's why I say, oh my God, I have to ask. And that's why I want to speak about this the first thing in the morning.
And I also want to affirm your self care and realizing, hey, I need to take a week off from my clinical site right now to focus on my family and to make sure I'm attentive to my self care as well. That's good self awareness and that's good self care. So I just want to affirm your
Yes,
choice.
because it's one of my goals is working the empathy and the self-aware.
Yes.
One of the two of the three.
So
Because
you can put this as a specific example of your progress in that area
all right.
on your outcome indicator sheet. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Good. Very good. And the way you're even getting clarification for IS in IS, this is good use of your IS time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on my awareness of growing age, I can write down, I feel so tired. I feel so tired this week, and I feel like I have to take care of myself in a different way. And if it's a progress, I take a week off from my clinical hours to take care of myself and my family.
Very good. Your other awareness that I would repeat back to you that you shared earlier regarding this is you said, it's very important to me to get every single assignment done and done correctly.
Okay.
Remember saying that?
Yes. Yeah.
That could be a growing edge as well, because
Okay.
sometimes we can't see every single patient, right? And so we have to sometimes we can't keep every scheduled clinical hour.
Yeah.
So the awareness that you desire that level of, is it
So
okay to use the word perfection?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a growing edge too, because what you want is balance, doing your best, and you won't always be able to do everything perfectly. So that's a growing edge too. Hey, I want to do it all perfect, but
Yeah.
sometimes I can't. And so what I'm doing here is taking some time off. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So well
Yes.
done. You
Yes.
got another
Everything
outcome. You
about
rolling.
self-care. Yeah. Yeah. You give it to me more clear understanding about how can I do that, how I have to do it on the
Yes.
or the way I have to do it, and that way I can send the outcome indicators because I see so many patients difference. Like yesterday, I I be with a patient. When I get to the room, the nurse say, uh, I asked the nurse if I can see the patient. The nurse told me she I don't think she's gonna uh, receive you because the other chaplain came and the volunteers of Catholic system came and he didn't want to speak with them, not even see them. But she told me, it's your decision. You want to get inside and see how he responds. And I just knocked the door and I get in and they look at me like in a strange. Hi, my name is Alfredo, I'm the chaplain. The first thing they told me, say, we are Jehovah Witness. We have our own elders and they already came to see us. And my response was, I'm so happy to hear you. I'm so happy that somebody's take care of you. That's all I came in to see that somebody's take care of you. That somebody's already came from your own belief system, own system to watching you and entering the conversation in 35 minutes with them. They were open and then they asked me, anytime you want to come, you are welcome to come to see us, to speak with us. And I noticed that there's some people, have the shield up because they've been used them by the other chaplains in some way. Try to
They've been
impose
what? What is what
because
was
they were. uh, judge them. They judge them.
Ah, okay.
That's why they raise the shield and doesn't have to be seen by none of the chaplains at the hospital. Because when I get into the rooms with that feeling they judge them because who they are, because I know that they were a Jehovah Witness before I get to the room. That I noticed that in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
It made me feel like okay, I'm doing right. I'm okay with my work, with the way I treat the patients.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I am okay.
That's great. That's excellent. And it's also one of your outcomes,
What
this
comes
respect for someone else's spiritual orientation system.
orientations.
That's right. And your ability to meet them where they were. And that was very empathic to say, hey, that's what I come to make sure you're being taken care of. And that's being a great team player as well, with your care team, because it was someone else who was providing that spiritual care, and you came along and you were supportive and didn't make their shield go up
Yes,
because
exactly.
your cultural humility. So those are some of your indicators too, and those will be
Yeah,
great specific examples.
yeah, and I can say that I am fear their belief system
Yes, excellent. I'm
because I
so
told
glad.
them that's good that somebody is looking for you, is care of you.
Yes,
You want me to call somebody else who do you want to came from the area? Because
excellent.
most of the time they came from another areas, and I always ask them if they want somebody from the area.
Right.
But as working in the hospital is we have to be aware about the from the difference of the other areas. My clinical area is always full of different belief systems. Every day
Mm-hmm.
we don't have time to see the patients twice.
Mm-hmm.
You sometimes we saw it one time and that's it
That's it.
because
Yeah.
we have. I mean, the hospital has 400 beds
Wow.
plus 200 who has the extended care.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the only full-time chaplain, and we have another two part-times. So we have a lot of areas to cover.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm being on standby last Friday, and I get two calls, and one of the calls for the same reason, the the patient is dying, the family is there, and one of the hospitals was a French who is in San Luis Obispo, who is 40 minutes away from here. So I
Okay.
go there at 1 o'clock in the morning. So in Saturday, I have 4 traumas in a row, and I was the only one who was there.
Wow.
So I be there, but I am be aware about myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm be aware, and I try to focus on the more complicated uh, patients, and I try to help only them. And I'm sorry, but I have to ignore them, the other two.
Well, we how do you feel when you make that decision? That triaging, that's called triaging. How
Yeah,
do you
okay.
feel when you make that decision?
I feel I feel okay. I don't feel I feel tired because of the work, but I don't feel like regret. I don't feel like that.
Good.
I feel okay. Say this what I have to do it, and I know my limits. I
Yeah.
think it's a good thing. I know my limits, and in my belief system, I know that I do what I can, and God do the rest. God
Yes.
is your family, not mine. I just can do this. Thanks for everything. Thanks
Uh,
for allowing me to help those, but take care of the rest.
all right. That's excellent. That is a wonderful connection to your outcomes. You're gonna get tired of hearing me say that, but that triaging, that figuring out who to see and who you won't see, we have to do that.
And which outcomes
Let
can
me
I?
see. You're gonna make me memorize these outcomes today.
Oh my God.
I used to when I was a CPE student, I had copies of the outcomes in my car. I had them,
I
you
have
know,
to do that. I
on
have
the
to.
refrigerator because because I could, I want to try to accomplish them. Let's see, 2A. Where is that? I love that you figure out what is necessary. I love that. Actually, I said 2A. Yeah, you're 2A.
Yes, to it.
Well, I certainly think it's 2A9, healthy relational boundaries. The way you interacted with the nurse, and she said, "Hey, he didn't want to see the earlier person, but you said, but it's up to you." And you said, "Okay, thank you for that information." And then
Yes.
you went and did what you thought was necessary, which turned out to be
Yeah.
very important for that family. 2A7, your intercultural and interreligious humility. You came alongside them. You understood there were different tradition, but they didn't put up a shield. They
Yes.
because you came along with humility. And I think the triaging one is actually that may be from board certification. That's why it's in my head. So I'm sorry.
Uh,
Triaging isn't on here. I don't think so. Um,
that's okay. You
yeah,
help me do
those
more.
other two. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Very good.
Yes, it's I realized in one visit I can have the two outcomes, and
Yes,
I made visits per day, so it's not an excuse to not doing this.
I understand. I appreciate your desire to do it well. Yeah. How can I support you? I know we don't have much more time left. How can I support you in your learning process? What are some things I can do that are helpful?
Uh, what you are doing right now has helped me a lot
Okay.
because you are so helpful to me in this area and this time. I always in the last two units uh, happen the same. I have all my questions for
Okay.
this month, and that's the way I get the help from you. Okay, and help me a lot because put me in the right spot, in the right direction about the class, about following the
Okay.
following statements, so everything we have to do it. So this class is I believe is the more important class for me, SI,
Okay.
okay? Because it's the time where I got the knowledge and exactly what I have to, or the way I have to do the homework or the assignments or the work, even the verbatims or any kind of assignments. This is my time to clarify everything I need to know
Okay.
to move forward and
Okay.
this year.
Okay. All right. Great. So, in that spirit, let me offer that the BDTIL that you're going to use going forward can be difficult,
Uh-huh.
can be difficult, but we'll get it together. So you try it, and when we
Uh-huh.
here, we'll go over it. I'm
Okay.
learning too, and we'll help each other. But just know it can be difficult, so don't get frustrated with it. Just go, oh, okay, I better ask a question about this. Better ask a question about this. Okay?
Uh, you say don't get frustrated, but you know what?
What?
It costs me so much when I don't understand what the notes or what the assignments are, and sometimes I cannot even sleep.
Oh, wow.
And that's why I have to be clear. And this is the more important order for me because that class made me the peace of mind I needed.
Okay.
Because you explain me and give me the knowledge and how do I know the the homework or the assignments, and
Okay.
that are a peace of mind to me, and I can rest.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So we'll
See,
make sure
that's
we have our IS sessions, and if we need more, we'll have more.
okay.
Okay?
Thank
I'm
you.
here.
That's why I asked my preceptor. You know, I need an hour with you. I
That's a
need
good
it.
strategy.
Yeah, and that if I'm being clear in those hours I have it in class, I can explain myself so easily and I can be more helpful to everybody because I understand exactly what I have to do at all. What can I say?
Excellent. Okay. That's good.
Because sometimes I have to wait, because sometimes my course says something they I don't have the clearly understand about what they say, so I have
Okay.
to wait to the other two or three first to say something. So I take from everybody and I made my idea about what exactly they wanted, and I can be more clear in what I'm saying or what I have to say to them
Okay.
when they ask for the feedback in this.
Right. Well, I hope it's helpful that we try to submit the written assignment before,
Mhm.
because you can potentially translate it to Spanish, or you can perhaps print it out. That might make it more helpful. So that
Yeah, that's why I looking for the uh, outcome indicators, and for I2 and B2 because I translate this one, the 1A and 1B, but
yeah.
doesn't have nothing to do with the two or three. So I was lost. No, this is not what they wanted. I need to know what exactly they wanted.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
God.
so glad we talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
thank God that you clear my mind. So
good.
I'm gonna do my best.
Okay.
If you see something that I send there, I have to clarify. Just let me know. And
Okay. I
I'm being
will.
willing to learn.
Yes.
Be
Yes.
willing to learn. And I can tell you, when I when I started the church, I started new church and a years ago,
Wow. Yeah.
and I invited a friend of mine who was pastor for so many years in San Salvador,
Mm.
and I bring to USA to help me. And he came and he said, "I'm gonna help you to growing up in your preaching." Say okay. So and he told me every preach we're gonna have some time and I'm gonna tell you what you're doing wrong and how you're gonna fix it. Okay? Say okay. Oh my God. I do not realize how hard was the tough time in my life because every single preach he came to me and said, "You did this wrong. You did this wrong."
Wow.
It made me tired. Say, "Hey, wait, you gonna say I'm doing something right?"
Yeah.
But he left to his country. A year later, I led the church, and I led another pastor to have the church. And I realized that I'm growing a lot in the preaching. And with that understanding, the the to learn is not easy,
Mm.
and to be willing to be correct is
Mm-hmm.
not easy. It's so helpful.
Yeah.
So helpful because now I stopped the invitations, but I have a lot of invitations to preach in
Ah, okay.
different countries, not only USA, in different countries. And because of this assignment of the God opened the doors for me in the hospital, I have to cancel on those.
Mm-hmm.
I have to make a space for me to learn what God is teaching me through CPE because for me it's a blessing for me.
Right.
For me is to see the church another dimension,
Mm-hmm.
to see the people another dimension. Because believe it or not, every denomination has his own religions things that doesn't let them ruin and
Right.
doesn't let them have the doors open for any people
That's true. Yeah.
because they build their own imagine about God.
Mm.
So they close the door for some of the people, and God never closed the door for nobody. So
Hmm.
CP, something like that, it doesn't close the door for nobody because every one of us is between God and you. That's it.
Awesome.
Everything is between God and you.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I say to the people, God do not send me to change you. God sent me to inspire you. If God wants you to change, He's gonna change you because God or Jesus died for you, so He's responsible of you, not
Hmm.
me.
Not you. Hmm.
I just came to love you, to inspire you, not not to change you. That's not my work,
Okay.
and that made me accept all the people
Hmm. Hmm.
and be willing to help them.
Right.
And that's what I like about CP. That's what I like.
That clinical method of learning, it is
Oh,
hard, but you're doing it. Yeah.
yeah, for me it's not hard for me right now.
Hmm.
Maybe the first month or 2 months when I start learning, I have some struggles, but like one of the peers, the lady who say, why we cannot change the people? Why we cannot say that the needles there? Say, oh, Juan, how you gonna handle that, Juan? Remember in the orientation when
Right.
had when Juan been, the
Yes.
example of that.
Yeah.
Say,
Let's fix them. Let's fix them.
yes, I look in Juan to say, I want to see how Juan is gonna handle that,
Yeah.
and he's doing great. He's doing an amazing.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
How he guided her, and she understood.
Hmm. Yeah.
She,
That learning moment, that growing moment. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because every growing moment, her,
Right.
her us is stretch something in us.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we can feel that. And then,
Absolutely.
yeah.
When we
So
have about a minute, may I ask a follow-up question from our
yes,
last time? How is your sister doing?
she's doing okay. She's accepting,
Okay.
the there is there is nobody fault that we came to this country knowing that this thing could happen.
Okay.
See,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not a country, and the life is like that. We
Okay.
came to looking for a better life, and I put her an example, and I usually use this example with everybody because I ask her a question, and I ask everybody these questions. Okay, let me put it away. Do you prefer to be get by ICE or to be get by your own policemen in your
Wow.
own?
Wow.
And she looked at me and say, I prefer to be get by ICE
Yeah.
because in our own country, the police treat us so bad,
Yes.
so bad, even though it's not our fault.
Mm-hmm.
And right here, as if it's our fault. We are here illegally. It's our fault.
Okay.
And
All right.
make her see the truth,
Mm-hmm.
about the life, the truth of the life. It's helping her.
Okay.
She's gonna make it.
Good.
I told her, your son has 21 years, you oldest.
Yes.
Just wait for one more year. Just one more year. When he get 21 years old, he can request you because it's until he has 21 years old or
Right.
citizenship who born right here can request the parents,
Right.
and it's so quickly.
Okay. Well, I continue to hold her in prayer, and I'm glad to hear that she's at a good place in this difficult situation. And that's a powerful question. Thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
you're
you. Me too.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I need to stop here because I have
Yes,
another
of course.
one to run to, and I look to see you tomorrow.
Okay, I see you tomorrow, of course.
All right. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you, Alfredo.
Bye.
Bye bye.